Alrighty, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Welcome back to Factorio. And I do realize I sound a little bit less excited than normal, but then again, this video is stalling a little bit more than normal. But anyway, basically the deal is I've been playing Fortress Craft a lot. I love it. I'm probably about halfway through the main campaign, or a third of the way through, or a quarter of the way through. I really don't know. I'm at some percentage. I got titanium and nickel and gold automated from way down the depths. And I'm loving that game. And I just had a look at Factorio, at what we've currently got. And other than nitinol, tungsten, and raw speed module 5s, I don't know what the goal of this game is anymore, to be completely honest. I mean, we got infinite science now. So what is the goal of this game? Is it to go for 1,000 science per minute? I don't feel like I want to do that in this game. I feel like I want to do that at some point in the future. I want to make a 1k science per minute base with vanilla stuff, maybe nuclear robots, but mostly vanilla. And that's the thing I definitely want to do, because I tried that at one point and I kind of failed, so I'd like to reattempt it and succeed this time. But this is not the game that we are going to do that in. That will be done and that will be on YouTube, but this is not the game that will be done. So what is our end game? And maybe this is it. Maybe this is where our end game is. Maybe our end game is the Mark IV Mall and getting the Mark IV Mall fully producing everything that it needs. And maybe that's it. Maybe that is where we finish it off. And I'll be honest, I don't know what else we can do other than increasing throughput, which, as I said, not interested in doing. But I mean, this has been over 80 episodes now. Probably within another 5 or so to finish this off, maybe a bit more, but we will probably just leave it there and move on to something new. It's probably going to be Fortress Craft in the near term, and it may also be, going back to Factorio, looking at that mega base, I also want to do an Angels run at some point, very similar to this sort of game, but including Angels. I'm still undecided whether I would do Petrochem, because Petrochem just tends to annoy me, but if we use a lot of robots, then maybe we can do that as well. And it'll make for a nice longer game, so maybe that's okay. But definitely, Angels smelting, all of the ore stuff I want to mess around with. There's also extra ore stuff that I never messed around with, which is the, not just the crushing and sorting. I know how to do that, but I can't remember what it's called, but there's this whole other process where you get like ingots and tubes and all sorts of other crazy crap going on. And I haven't really delved into that. Never delved into that. So maybe we can do that at some point. But I feel like the mega base for Factorio is probably going to be next on my list. Not so much the Angels run. But then we will probably be doing Fortress Craft before we do any of those. I don't know if I want to do Factorio and Fortress Craft at the same time, because they're both pretty big games. They both require a lot of thought to go into them, a lot of play. Like Warcraft 3 and Production Line, I'm just playing off to the side, and they're beautiful games just to play off to the side because they don't require much. But with stuff like Fortress Craft, you just want to play on and on and on. And the same with Factorio. You just want to do like 4 or 5 episodes all in a row because that's the sort of game it is. You want to get stuff done. You want to get stuff accomplished. Production Line probably the same, but it's more of an indie game, so the scope isn't as big as Factorio. We're never going to get up to 80 episodes in a single Production Line game. It's just not going to happen. I mean, famous last words, but I feel like I've got through half the game already, and I've done like 8 episodes, so I don't feel like it's going to be at that level. Of course, once it gets out of alpha, once it becomes a full game, who knows? But I still don't know. Gotta love my lemonade. I got an apple pie as well sitting in front of me. I'm not going to eat that while I'm casting, but I ate half of it and then I started casting because I was just so excited about casting. So anyway, what are we going to do here? I feel like we're going to go for the end game. We might even, I don't know if we're going to do raw speed module 5s, to be honest, because they're not really necessary, are they? They're not necessary for getting them all up and running. They're just kind of, we thought we were going to need them because we thought we were going to need purple belts everywhere. But then again, I just don't know. It seems like purple belts, when it's like, why do we need them? What are we going for that needs purple belts? And I really don't know. To be honest, I really, really don't know anymore. Maybe if I think of another thing to go for, another reason to keep this going, then we might start pushing on ahead, and then we might start going for purple belts. What are you doing? Iron is very low. Ugh. Okay, well, we probably need to do something about this, actually. That will be a requirement of this base, making sure that the science doesn't slow down. When we leave this game, whenever we leave this game, we want these belts to be backed up continuously while we research mining productivity 18, because leaving the game in this sort of state, nope, not going to do that. We are going to make sure that this crap is fixed. And this episode, I don't know if we're going to do that. We may do nitinol. Actually, I feel like nitinol is not a bad thing to get done. So we have a look at titanium. Where are we doing titanium? I feel like it's around here somewhere. So, titanium. So what do we want here? So this produces 2 every 7 seconds. This requires 2 every 17.5 seconds. So you could almost argue that we don't actually need an extra one of these. You could. Actually, you could argue that. Oh, what is this? There's calcium chloride, carbon. You know what? I'm starting to feel like maybe we don't. Because, I mean, when it comes down to it, it's all just thingamybobs, right? It's all just the mole. So the mole throughput we don't really worry about. None of this is needed for anything else. What is your problem? We are out of silicon. I believe there's still a silicon mine down here. It's probably just unpowered. Yep, you are just unpowered. So let's go ahead and fix that. Some power. These guys are unpowered. Now you are powered. Excellent. Get that to chew that up. Must have been when we cut off some miners, we cut all that stuff off. So, excellent. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Mine this little patch out. 96k. Not a lot, but we got. Where's our silicon? Tin. I could have sworn there was some around here. We got that. That's quartz. I could have sworn there was a nice big patch somewhere in this northwest kind of area, but I can't see it now. So there's a huge patch over there. That's potentially close enough that we can bot mine it, to be honest. So maybe that will be the plan. Just like 1 or 2 robot ports up there, start bot mining it. I'm not fussed about bot mining at the moment. We'll put it in passive provider chests because we don't need to clear that area out, and we'll only mine as much as we need, and then we won't need a ton of bots going nuts. You are having problems as well. All of these guys are starting to slow down. Okay, so here's the plan. We got enough ore coming in. It's just these machines aren't fast enough. So we definitely want Mark IV furnaces, which are up here. And Mark IV furnaces is this guy. You need copper tungsten, tungsten carbide, electronic press. The blue circuits, that's another thing we need. That's kind of our Mark IV mall goal. Mark IV mall goal as well. So you need tungsten plate, and you need tungsten carbide plate and copper tungsten plate. So that guy doesn't need nitinol at all. He just needs tungsten plate. So maybe we'll start off focusing on tungsten because we really want to focus on the things that are slowing our base down, and obviously not having enough iron is slowing our base down. We could also focus on the raw speed module 5s. And then we have to start shipping polished rubies over and processing that, and yeah, it's kind of a toss-up, to be honest. I mean, to be honest though, raw speed module 5s would not just double this guy like the getting better guys will. This will absolutely more than double it, because each module will double it, and we can put 2 in each of them, and that'll basically triple it. And then when we upgrade these, we can put even more modules in, and the speed will just be ludicrous. Alright, I think I made my decision. We are going to go for raw speed module 5s. That is going to be our thing. And now I am actually excited about getting them because it's like, hey, we actually need these things, alright? This is something important that we need for the base to function because, yeah, like for a long time, we just had a base that anything wasn't being used, so we didn't have to worry about throughput problems. Now we need to worry about throughput problems, and this might actually carry us out quite a bit, these throughput problems. We may end up going to like episode 100 or something stupid like that because just keeping up with all of the science suddenly becomes a major pain in the ass. Like, we might, like the basic circuits or something, only taking in 2 of those things might become a serious problem. Okay, so we avoided this. We still got our rocket going pretty well. I love this guy. I love having 100% production bonus on this. So yeah, we're going to build a separate modules area over here. We are not going to be reusing this modules area over there because this one's kind of janky. It's kind of dodgy. And raw speed module 5s, they are not... we want to have a half decent amount of throughput on them. We could definitely make this completely bot-based though. I feel like that's not going to be a problem, having it bot-based, but yeah, we don't want to reuse that setup over there. That's just going to be very, very janky. And I don't know why I keep using the word janky, but it just sounds good in my head, so we are going to keep using it. Oh, I keep checking every few episodes, but I don't feel like anything's running out. The closest thing is this copper, and it's barely being used because, of course, we're mining this guy out. And this guy is 6.2. It's definitely started at 8. He's getting some weird shapes taken out. Like this guy's taken out a bunch of this a bit faster and stuff like that. Because we got some overlap. If we didn't have overlap, this wouldn't be happening, all these janky shapes. But yeah, I'm never going to stop saying janky, okay? It's just a thing. You just have to deal with it. Tin. That's not mining out very fast, but we don't need it very fast. We could force it to mine out faster, but meh. This is not part of our smelting area, so I really don't care. Yeah. Alright, let's get into it. So we're going to make raw speed module 5s. We are going to make them exactly like this. We are going to make all the components. We are not going to make the speed module 5s and the effectivity module 5s because these guys each need a polished ruby. So we'd actually need 2 polished rubies per instead of just 1. And I feel like that's not necessarily a pain in the ass because we probably ship over like 1,000 of them at once. But to be honest, we may not set up a train station for polished rubies. We may just get like a whole crap load of ore, of ruby ore, chuck it in a chest, and let the logistics system do the rest. Because, I mean, you think about it, a train has like 32,000 storage space that it can have. And since 1 ruby ore converts to 4 raw rubies, 32,000 multiplied by 4 is 128,000. And we are not going to need 128,000 raw speed modules. Okay? It's not a requirement. So I feel like we can just hand pick those over and just say, yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Because, to be honest, I really am just happy with that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okie dokie. The blue always goes at the top. That's what I've been doing. 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you are going to be the big one with a full set because you are producing the level 5 ones. Now we might... What are we doing for ratios? You need 1 of each. So you need 1, you need 1, you need 1. So it's not like in what was it? Vanilla, when they need multiples, like speed module 2 needs like 4 speed module 1s or something. There's none of that sort of crap going on. It's just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So you are going to be raw speed module 5, 3, 2, 1. And I don't think we're putting any of the components in the other modules section into actual chests. So I don't think we have to worry about mixing stuff too much. Although I may be wrong. Okay, so ICs and solder are going in here. Solder there. Oh, some of the stuff is apparently in chests. Are we actually storing it in chests, or is that just random crap that was in the storage area? So gold, not in a chest. These guys, not in a chest. These two, not in a chest. Okay, that's good. I don't really want to yank out of this area. I just don't. It's just crappy and ugly and smelly, and we just want to do it again and have it done properly. So I guess these guys coming in, all the extra ones were just random stuff. And of course, we do want to be requesting raw speed module ones in this one. We're not going to get rid of that because we're not lining them up with the inserters. Yeah. So that's fine. I think the only reason we did that in the mall is because we wanted to be able to actually have a passive provider that would always have the intermediate ones if we needed them. Okay. Oh, look at the rocket go. Oh, it's so beautiful. They need to upgrade the resolution on this guy, though. I feel like the resolution isn't quite as high. Look at it go. Whee! There we go. There we go. Look at it. Yeah, it definitely fades. Man, I wish it would just keep going forever. You could have like a competition, like an online video competition to see who can chase the rocket the fastest. We set up a whole line, lands fill all the way up to the end of the map, and then you run it and you put like 1,000,000 legs on, and you can see who can actually chase it the fastest. I feel like that would be brilliant. So let's go ahead and start building stuff. We're going to start with one of each, and we're going to put them here, and then if we run out of capacity or capability of throughput, then we can spread them over to the right to continue, and we'll have one type of part on each thing. So you need those 3. 2, 3. Oh yes, you need the thing, don't you? You need the thing. So your bit, we'll actually put it like that, and then that is going to be a fluid. And where's my fluid? Where is my fluid? Pump. Fluid pump. Now what we do over here is we're going to do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we're going to do here is we're going to split that off like there. So it's kind of like a belt splitter almost. And then what we can do is, if we want to copy and paste the whole lot, we start from here, copy this pipe right next to this pipe, and then we can continue on forever. Uses a bit more horizontal space, but then we can just keep these guys going. So that is all good. And yeah. Put that guy there, kind of overshadows these, but then it fits in the blueprint that we actually want to copy, which is nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I feel like we only need a single space in each of these guys. I feel like we don't want to overfill them. Alright, so you go like that, you go like that, you go like that. What do you need? Aluminium, plastic, good. Gold and copper, good. Tin, copper, phenolic boards. I am unsure as to whether we are putting phenolic boards in the place. I have a feeling we might not be. Because they're definitely not something that we've probably been making a lot of. Alright, so you got a little setup over here, don't you? And I am not sure I would say you are overproducing. Although maybe you are. A lot of these guys are backed up. They certainly look backed up. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's give you... There we go. Let's have a look at this chest. Go on. You got to wait for it to back up for the when I was building, because obviously all of these guys fell behind. Starting to back up again, I think. Is it? Not sure, because it was only filling up half of the belt before and the other half was empty. So now that it's going through a chest, it might actually go and fill up both sides of the belt, and maybe that'll be enough to do something funky. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to fill this guy up anymore. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, if you're ever in doubt, make some more. because that solves every problem. There we go. Now we should definitely be of the situation that this is. Oh, it looks like it's already backed up, even without those extra ones. But now it should definitely be backed up, and we should have access to those guys, which is excellent. So we run across, we run across, we run across. Alrighty. Yes, you've started getting some of those. You need to be empty ferric chloride. Do that. And then do this and give me some ferric chloride canisters. About 200. Should be fine. Should be enough. I know we've done 500 at other locations, but I feel like 200 should be enough here. You don't use that much, do you? Yeah. 5 every 10 seconds. That's not much. 10 seconds? Yeah, we're really going to have to split these guys off and duplicate them and all. So, speed circuits and effectivity. Effectivity. Okay, and that'll be everything we need for the raw speed module 1s. So what do you need there? Basic module boards. Basic module boards. I feel like we should be making those as well. Do that. Oh, really? Okay, we're going to have to do something about this. I still reckon we can do like that, just share. I'm pretty sure these guys can share. That should be fine. Alrighty. Everything else is running, except for you, who's out of copper. Probably because our entire base is out of copper, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then you should be ready in a sec. Copper and phenolic boards, which we're all good on. Love these bots bringing me stuff. So anyway, you are fine. You are level 2. You are fine. You are level 3. You start to need logic boards. Level 4 still just needs logic boards. Level 5 needs the polished rubies. And alrighty, so now this is where things get interesting. Do we have enough room here? 1, 2. Oh my god, I left just enough room for this crap to be made properly. How is that for forward planning? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 1, 1, and then you are going to be blue logic, green logic, and module logic boards. And of course, you need the thing as well, don't you? Yes, you do. So that's going to give you all the ferric chloride that you need, assuming we hook you up correctly. There we go. It's got all that. Fiberglass boards. Now those guys I am not very sure about. It looks like we're making a ton of them, and it looks like they are beautifully backed up, so. I've got no qualms at all about putting these in a chest, because they should be beautiful. Alrighty. So, we've got everything we need. Some of it is in somewhat short supply, and some of it is not. Basic module boards, you should, yeah, you definitely need to be bigger and better and all that sort of stuff. So, we won't adjust the, should we adjust these now? I'm just going to do a quick drag on some of them. Whoop. Oh, that's a very big drag. Yep. That one was only 100, but that's fine. I wish there was a button you could click to just automatically make them awesome. Yeah, alright. Or we can just do that, can't we? We can just click on there. That's much better. I love doing that. Alright, and then you go like that, you go like that, you go like that. 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm very happy with this solution. Still a little bit mandrolic, whatever mandrolic means, but it's better than having no upscale at all. And there we go. And then we just got the actual speed modules themselves, which is fine. I feel like they're so slow that they don't need a huge amount to keep going. They should be just fine. So we got level 2s made. Level 3s are waiting on the effectivity logic boards, which are waiting on the integrated electronics, which are on their way. Should be on their way, unless we need to bump those up a bit. Yeah, there's 24 of them on their way. I feel like you'll be alright. I feel like you will be fine. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff coming in here. These guys got ICs. Where's the ICs for this guy? Come on, come on. There we go. Now it's got some. And that'll be our very first speed module 3 coming up soon. Anyway, so the last bit we need is going to be Mr. Whatchamacallit, Mr. Gems. So we're going to leave this as it is because we want all this space to duplicate this out if we need it. And where are we going to do the gems? I feel like we can just do them somewhere. I feel like it doesn't have to be anywhere special. But it should be somewhere where there's a decent amount of space. There's not going to be not much danger of things being pushed open. I feel like here. I feel like this area over here is a pretty nice place. So let's start that. So let's go through the process of doing the gems. So you are going to be, and let's just make it as much of a chain as we can. So raw rubies, do that. So you are going to be a whole bunch of ruby ore. 1,000. I'll probably just manually chuck it in there when we get to it, but for now, it's all good. Excellent. Alrighty, so now we need cut ruby, grinding wheel, and water. So where is our water? That's there. Grinding wheels. How do we make the freaking grinding wheels again? I feel like grinding wheels should be a separate thing. We shouldn't actually build a machine close to it. So grinding wheels, 100, that should be fine. And then over here, we actually make the grinding wheels. Don't need a lot of them. Nope, grinding wheels. Oh, I would love to get this whole process done. Silicon carbide, which I don't think we're making anywhere. Powdered, so silicon carbide is powdered silicon and then carbon. Okay, so and then our red thing, and we might extend these over to the right if we do need to. I'm always clicking the wrong thing on that, aren't I? Okay, 1, 2. So you are powdered silicon, and you are silicon carbide. Let's do this real quick, and let's do this real quick, and let's do this and this real quick, and there we go. That should be it. That should be the entire process required. It's not going to be the fastest thing in the world, but I don't think we need a lot of gems really, really fast, so that should be fine. Let's get the next machine. 1, 2, 3. And do that. May get rid of the grinding wheels off that one. And you are going to be polished ruby. Cut ruby, don't need you. Polishing wheel and polishing compound. So how do we make those damn things again? So the polishing wheel is steel plate and wood, which is fine. So let's do something simple here. I don't feel like we need a special, any sort of special setup for this. We just do wood. Do that. And then you are going to be polishing wheel. We get rid of that and we make this up there. And then you are going to be making that. And then the polishing compound was, I think, the polishing compound. Yeah, that was the more complicated one. Yes. Alumina and light oil. Actually, that's not complicated at all. That's fine. So, okay. Alumina. I assume that alumina is in a passive provider. I do believe we set that up at some point, so that should be fine. Pump Mark 3. And then like that. We're going to be emptying this stuff, so that's fine. And we want a barrel of light oil, and we want 200 of them. Okay, do your stuff, please. Empty light oil barrel. Of course, we don't have any light oil barrels in the system, but I feel like that's a very small problem that we can fix very quickly. So, light oil. Light oil is still pretty full. You guys just not working hard enough, are you? What the hell's the deal? So it's just below 23.9k. So what we're going to do is we're going to make producing light oil the #1 priority for light oil. And come on, just give me one of them, please. Oh, I just built the wrong ones, didn't I? Go away. I don't need you anymore. There we go. And we're just going to do it right here and just leach it directly out of the barrel. And what we'll do is so get me the freaking stupid autosave. Barrels. Where's my barrels? There's no barrels on that page. 200. Yeah, 200 is enough. And then you are going to be very constrained because we do not want a whole crapload of light oil just being chucked in barrels when it doesn't need to be. We just want enough. We want a decent amount in there. Is 10? 10 is the cap? Okay, we still want more than 10. Let's make it 100. But 100 times 250 is 25,000 actually. So that's the entire tank that just went in there. Let's make it half the tank. I feel like that's enough. That's enough so that if we suddenly need a whole bunch of light oil, then we will have some. You don't need the cut rubies, but you do need those, and you do need those. And you're not delivering any of the wheels. Why are you not delivering any of the wheels? Because we don't have any steel. Why do you not have steel? Are you telling me that we're actually out of steel? Yes, we are totally out of steel. My God, what is going on here? Look at how slowly these machines are running. My God. My God. Okay, well that will... Apparently that'll work eventually. Here, take some of my private supply of steel just to get you guys going. There we go. That should give us some polishing wheels pretty soon. And you, sir, we're going to send you all the way out here. Polished ruby ore. So we're going to take half of that was in there, which is going to be that much. And you know what? You are going to be... yeah, let's just make you a... Doesn't really matter. And that should be enough bloody ruby ores to last us to the end of time. You are constrained. You should be constrained. And so should you. I don't think we need to constrain this thing. Let's just let it keep producing polished rubies. No, we'll constrain it a bit. We'll constrain it a bit. So what are you missing? Cut ruby. Grinding wheels. Of course, you're missing steel. Everything freaking needs steel in this game. That's just annoying me so badly. Alrighty. There we go. Put some in there. Get you some proper polished ruby. That's taken quite a while. Oh, if only we had some raw speed modules to put in this machine to make it faster. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? Alrighty, so we got a bunch of them. There's only 2 in there, but apparently robots have decided they need to pick up 6. So good on your robots. You're fast, but you're not the brightest in the bunch. And let's go over here and let's see what we can see. Oh my god, we haven't even made any of these yet. How have you not made any more? What the hell are you waiting for? ICs. Oh my god. ICs aren't dependent on frickin' steel, are they? Because you're not running. Why are you not running? Sulfuric acid? Did we cut this pipe off at some point? Are we not making enough? Screw it. I'm cutting this pipe off right now. Right this instant we are cutting this pipe off. And we are going to put a pump down. Not that pump, the other pump. Already got a couple of them. Yes, it's going to be another 40-minute episode, but I've got a task and I want to make sure that it is done, okay? Done. We are going to have a level 5 thingamabob by the end of this episode. Absolutely 100%. I think we've already pushing sulfuric acid barrels at some other point, so I feel like this, we should just be able to do it and we'll just get the barrels. Yeah, 66 being delivered. Hopefully that's the only thing that you guys were complaining about. Although, all these... Okay, problem solved. Alright? Problem solved. I hate it when that happens. Freaking, I always assume it's something big and it always ends up being something small. Alrighty. So you need those. You need a bunch of those. You need just that. So now we should just be able to pump out a couple more of these. What are you waiting for? Deliver, deliver, deliver. Get me a delivery of green logic boards over to this freaking thing. Thank you very much, alright? I've been waiting long enough. I want to see this guy actually... It's got 6 being delivered. So I'll give it that much. It's just... What are you waiting on? Oh, you're waiting on raw speed module 3. So the 3s are being done. Then the 4 will be done. Then the 5 will be done. And the 5 is just waiting on the 4. And the 4 is just waiting on the 3. And everything is beautiful. And I feel like these guys are kind of slow. So we will be speeding this up quite a bit. Do we want to speed those up? I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet, really. So, we do it like that, and then we do it like that, and then we do it like that. And, of course, they don't have power because power is just too complicated for a lot of these guys to understand. Actually, yeah, we can do that. And that'll actually cover all of them, which is really, really nice. And we do this. That lines up. Yes, it does. This one connects to this one, but this one doesn't connect to that one. I wonder why. Anyway, it's all good. So that will keep those guys being built quite a bit further. Oh, we've built a level 5 raw speed module 5. Okay, I think I'm happy. I think I am happy with this episode. And since I fixed up all these chests, when we copy them over, they should all get the enhanced chests. These ones have the small numbers, but I really don't give a crap about them. All the machines are running. That is good. Next episode, we can start fixing up more stuff. Like this. What's your problem? You're running out of speed modules. Oh my god. Okay. At the start of this episode, I thought we were nearly done with the series. We are not nearly done with the series. We got to make sure that just getting this much science, like 2 science per second, continuously running is just like, okay, I am not quitting this series until all these guys are backed up and running beautifully, all right? And our infinite science is running. Not going to quit until we get there. So I will catch you guys in the next episode. We are not going to give up here.